Hey, what's happening, Roland? Well, it's time for me to tell you what I've been doing for all the week. I've had really an interesting week again. You saw me making a bunch of turkey calls. That's my first thing, and I've really perfected that whole deal. I've got a new finish on the top, and I've actually gone up in price. Now $250. I think I'm really getting a lot of response from it. But I'm spending a lot more time making these calls, and I get a better finish on them, and I have a better sound. They're just exquisite. So that's one big deal. So I've taken them down to the Marina. I got them at Roland Martin's Marina now for sale, and I also have them on sale on eBay, and I also have them on sale on the internet, through my website and all. Okay, now fishing. I've really had some good times. I took a guy from Michigan just this last weekend, and let me tell you, that was so cool. It was Saturday, so I didn't get the what's up happening. I do the what's happening rolling on Friday. So Saturday we went out to the Headwaters pond. Well, I'll tell you what we did. Let me just show you the secret lure. It was so cool. If I can find it. Aha. The old Yamamoto hardtail grub. Now, how many times have I told you about how many big fish we've caught on this? Well, it's so cool because this guy, Craig, had never caught a bass much over about 5 1/4 pounds. So I asked him, I said, Craig, what's the biggest bass? What's your personal best? He says, about 5 1/4 pounds. I said, well, if we're lucky today, I think I can get you maybe a good big bass, hopefully your personal best. I said, you need to throw this big rod and reel. This is the one I gave him, and it's the Pro Series, my favorite. And this happens to be the 7-foot, 6-inch heavy fast action. It's actually a flipping stick, but I got 50-pound braid on it, and I have a little 3/16 of an ounce slip weight in front of a big 7/0 Gamakatsu hook with a little weight. Now I've hooked the 4.5-inch hardtail, and we tried different colors. That's a screw lock hook. Anyway, I had Craig right off the bat. He's not catching a whole lot, and he throws it out there. And I said, slow it down. I'm coaching him. I'm right over his shoulder the whole time. And I'm coaching. I said, get your rod down, get in the strike position, let him hit it, kind of go with it like a plastic worm. And so finally, he's just reeling it along. He's reeling along, and when he hits it, he sets the hook. He's got a 6-pound bass, the biggest one he's ever caught, a personal best. So I took all kind of pictures of it. In fact, I have it on the phone now. And I posted it on, I guess that Saturday on Fishbrain. But anyway, he's all happy. I said, I was kind of kidding him. I said, Craig, I can just take a nap now. I've got you your personal best. I don't even have to do anymore. He said, oh, I was just kidding. I said, he throws back about almost in the same spot. Guess what? He catches a 5.5-pound bass. Now, these are nice big bass. These are bass that I got a scale. I mean, I got a digital scale, and I'm weighing them. You seeing it on camera. It's that size. Really two big fish, okay? I said, Craig, boy, you're on fire now. So he catches a couple little ones, and I'm still hardly not fishing. I'm just letting him take all the good spots, and I'm kind of coaching him. I'm showing him, okay, Craig, you throw over here, throw over there. Well, about an hour later, I said, slow it down. He slows it down. Boom, he sets the hook. He's got one almost 7 pounds. New personal best. So now he's caught 3 personal best fish, bigger than he's ever caught in his life. He is so tickled. And then finally I catch a couple halfway decent ones, not quite as big, but we had a great day. But the point was, they were just almost everything was on the hardtail grub. Okay, so all week long I do different things, and so yesterday I go back over to the Headwaters pond, and I fish with Oliver, and I forgot Oliver's last name, but he's got a television show. He's a young kid out of California. He's doing it. I'll have to give you his name later. But we're doing a television show yesterday. So I said, okay, they're going to hit the hardtail grub. We threw this hardtail grub till we were blue in the face. We never had a bite on it. Now, we weren't in exactly the same area. The water was a little dingier. It wasn't quite as clear as what Craig and I had. And we were still on that 10,000-acre reservoir, that big what they call the Headwaters pond. So I said to Oliver, I said, Oliver, when things are really tough, the toughest thing, the number one lure that I go to that just never fails, and what do you think that is? Well, I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you real quick what it is. I think you'll probably guess what it is. You can't beat a senko. When things are tough, I'm telling you what, folks, there's a 5-inch senko there with a little 1/8 of an ounce weight. That's 17-pound test fluorocarbon line and a 4/0 hook. I'm telling you what, folks, you can't beat the senko. In fact, I got it hooked backwards. That's funny. I hook it both frontwards and backwards. When the front gets torn up like this one is, I hook it backwards, and it doesn't make any difference. So right away, we're not catching much, and I start throwing the senko. Now, I'm a line watcher, and so when I throw it out there, I make a nice cast to a little open hole in the grass if I can see it with my polarized glasses. I have good polarized glasses that I wear. And I put the glasses on, and I'm looking for little holes in the hydrilla, and I'm holding my rod high because I like to keep it at a 45 to a 90 so I can get maximum sensitivity. And right away, some small fish start biting. Well, I catch 7 or 8. Okay. Oliver's throwing big swim baits. Oliver's throwing big topwater. He's getting a couple, but not as many as I'm getting on this senko. The senko is really paying off. In fact, his girlfriend's there, and so her name Kelly, I think. But anyway, we gave her some senkos, and she caught 5 or 6, and up to about 4 pounds. So anyway, it gets late in the afternoon. We hadn't caught a real big fish, and I said, Oliver, I don't think I've ever fished a headwater pond where I didn't get a bass probably close to 8 pounds. Almost every day I've had, on the average, an 8-pound bass pretty much almost every day. And so I said, and for sure we'll get something over 5. I've never fished that I didn't get a couple 5-pounders. So I still hadn't caught a big fish all day yesterday, and it got to be about 3 o'clock. And Oliver made a prediction. He says, Roland, he says, I was on this Headwaters the other day, and at 3 o'clock they really started turning on. We started really catching them. We'll get in behind these little spoil islands. We're kind of out of the wind, and I'm going to try some topwater, and go ahead and you try that senko and see what happens. Well, boom. Right away I set the hook on a real big one. It's about 8 pounds. It couldn't find his scale. I said, Oliver, where's your scale? And we searched the boat through. I had my scale in boat, but it's back at the launch ramp. We didn't get a chance to weigh it, but we figured it's close to 8 pounds, 7 something for sure. Anyway, it was a big bass. It was the big bass of the day, and it was really, really kind of appropriate for that film because it was just a deal on trying to catch as many big fish as we could, and we did catch that one big one. And then Oliver caught a couple around 4 pounds on topwater. So we had a great day fishing, but it was funny. Here's the deal. Every day is different. You know, you're never going to catch them exactly the same. You know, one day the swim bait was really, really on fire. We caught like 35 bass on the swim bait 4 days ago. And then yesterday, nothing. And I catch about 35 bass yesterday on the senko. So it all kind of averages out, and there's some really big fish to be caught. But the point is, you got to try some different things. Now, here's another thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to go over there tomorrow. I have the real-time winner, Michael Bono. And so one of his prizes is for winning the real-time tournament that we conduct and that I help host. Is I'm going to take him over to Headwaters tomorrow. Well, one of the things that I think will work, and I'm just going to make a prediction right now because it's spawning season. I'm going to take this little minnow here, and this is what this is. It looks like a fluke, but it's not a fluke. This is what they call a D shad. It's by Yamamoto. And the nice thing about the D shad over the fluke is it's a little heavier. It's 20% heavier and it casts 20% farther. So I really like it. And I got a little screw-in weight right here, and I got it on straight 15-pound braid. And I'll just screw it in the front. I'll screw it into the well, I call it the fluke, but it's really a D shad. And it's ready to go. Now that's 15-pound braid. The water's dark over there, and that's a spinning rod. Well, it's kind of a powerful spinning rod because 15-pound braid is pretty powerful. And how I work it is kind of like the senko. It's pretty much the same thing as any kind of worm. I'm just a line watcher, and I'm just holding the rod high, and I'm just kind of swimming it along, and they'll hit that. The spawners will really hit that. So between this fluke, which is a D shad, and my trusty senko, I think we're going to have a good day tomorrow. So that's my plan. That's what I'm doing right now. Busy with my fishing, busy with my turkey calls. And that's what's happening in my world, folks. Hey, thanks for subscribing. And I appreciate your subscriptions and your watching and your views. And hit the likes button. Hey, we'll see you again soon.